Back to the Future. What an absolutely classic film. And here we have Electric Dream's Commodore 64 translation of the blockbuster which bravely attempts to capture the charm and spirit of the film. All your favourite characters are there. Marty, Doc, Biff, Lorraine, and of course, George. Your objective pretty much follows the plot of the film, where you, as Marty McFly, have to get your future mum Lorraine to fall in love with your future dad, George. Otherwise you won't even be a twinkle in anyone's eye, and thus setting off a paradox where you were never even born in the first place. Heavy.
There's that word again, heavy.
Those who haven't seen the film and are wondering what the hell all of this is about only need to know that there was a time machine that sent Marty back through time to 1955, and for some strange misfortune ended up in your future mum's bed, and started a catalyst for her to begin to actually fancy you for herself. From here, you can imagine that the potential for history to become very muddled is real. You see, if Marty's mum falls in love with Marty, then she'll never fall in love with George, and consequently, Marty will never be born. So let's do our best to avoid the Oedipus complex. The objective is to collect the correct items and drop them in the right place at the right time, in order to keep certain characters in the same vicinity long enough to enable the existence of your future.
Great Scott!
There are 5 locations, the main one being a bi-directional scrolling street with 4 buildings, a cafe, Doc's house, the dance hall, and the school. All the buildings have a door, and entering through one leads you to a single room inside. The object relevant to the game resides in each room. Only you have to work out which object does what. Marty can only carry one thing at a time, but when he's carrying something, one of the 5 icons at the top of the screen becomes highlighted, so you know which of the 5 items he's carrying. Trudging around the town are the 4 main characters from the film as mentioned. Lorraine, who is your mother, George, your father, the bully Biff Tannen, and Dr. Emmett Brown, the guy who invented the time machine in the first place. Some objects have an effect on the characters. For example, collecting the alien suit from the Doc's house and using it on Lorraine makes her stand still, so you can collect another object and use it on her. Also, when you use the suit, George will follow you. The school is where you can find the book with love poems, and with this, you can get George to follow you also. I'm not going to lie, Back to the Future is like playing one of those games with the tiny ball bearings in a little glass container. Just when you think you were about to get the last ball bearing in place, one of the other ones rolls off its position and you have to start again. Kind of like spinning plates. So yeah, pretty frustrating. As you play the game, you will hear 2 different tunes. When Johnny B. Good plays, you're losing ground. Your mother is in love with you, and the photos are disappearing. When The Power of Love plays, it's the opposite. So it's always an idea to keep your ears open and listen to the music to know whether you're making progress or losing your future self. Another indication, however, is to check the photographs on the lower half of the screen, which are indicators of your progress. The image of Marty is divided into 8 parts that disappear or rebuild one after the other. When all 8 parts have disappeared, or all 8 parts have built up to a complete image, Marty loses or respectively wins a part on the image with his sisters. This image consists of 10 single parts, and when all parts have gone, you've lost the game. However, if all parts can be complete, then George and Lorraine are a couple, and you can get on your way back to the future. It all sounds very confusing. That's why I'll definitely be posting the manual to this game in the description for this video. Biff, the bully, doesn't really play an important part in the game, but he trudges around hitting people, and if he hits you, then you'll fall over stunned. The only problem with this is that Lorraine usually comes to your aid, thus your photograph will disappear faster, so be sure to keep Biff distracted with the coffee where required. And also the Doc can help you to get rid of Biff if he's hanging around. Icons at the bottom of the screen will flash white when the characters come into contact with either each other or Marty, and is an indication to help you keep track of who's doing what and where, although sometimes it's hard to monitor. The only thing I find it useful for is when George and Lorraine are together, as they'll both show up as green icons. Another item you can find is the skateboard when its symbol flashes yellow. This will make you move temporarily faster and comes in pretty handy. Other than that, there's the mentioned items above the main play area, which include said love poems, cup of coffee, spacesuit and guitar, along with the skateboard. It is difficult and pretty frustrating at times, but once you get the hang of the functions and mechanics of the items, you'll be hooked and determined to purr your mum and dad off. If you've seen the film, you'll definitely have a better idea of what effect these objects will have on the characters when you attempt to influence them. But I still don't understand the coffee item, really, unless someone can enlighten me. Apart from the pure nostalgia that comes with playing this game again, the game's graphics look pretty decent, and I really like the walking animations, even though Lorraine in particular looks like she's having back problems when walking. The game itself though will lack substance and lasting appeal for those who are playing for the first time, where the frustration might get the better of you. Still, Back to the Future is a nicely presented and cleverly thought out game, and still one I think you should definitely fire up on your Commodore 64 and try at least once. The worst thing that could happen with Back to the Future, if you don't enjoy it, is that you'll be back to the drawing board. But there's many more games to come. Thanks for watching guys. Genuinely though, did you enjoy the game? Let me know in the comment section and don't forget to hit the like button. I'm interested in hearing your feedback on this one. I can even remember the first time I played this and the pure frustration it brought, until one day me and my friend managed to get through it and actually complete it. It was a moment of euphoria. Great memories. I'll be sure to make this a 3-part series, looking at the other 2 games in the series, Back to the Future 2 and Back to the Future 3. If you're enjoying the nostalgia, then stick around for more classic Commodore games, and subscribe to the channel to follow me on this epic journey. Also check out the playlist on the channel, where I'm sure there will be more memory-packed games you haven't seen in donkey's years. With a bit of luck, they will bring back some positive memories from playing these games back in the day. Hopefully, I'll see you there. Thanks again for watching, and until the next one, bye for now.
We're sending you back to the future.